Do we have it all?
Hey guys, it's Robin, the Lady Biker. How is everyone doing today? Well, it's finally time. Aly and I are getting back out in moto camping. I can't wait. So today I thought I'd come and talk to you a little bit about, did we have it all? Can we pack it all? Unpacking and recollecting everything since the move, but also some new gear that we've got that we'll be testing over the next few trips. Let's talk about that. All right, well, hey guys. So first off, welcome to my guest room from here in Perth, Australia. Wanted to talk to you today, like I said, primarily about two things. One was the experience of trying to get everything back together, finding out testing gear from our camping gear, what survived, what didn't, what we had to replace, whatnot. But then I also wanted to talk to you a bit about some of the camp gear that we will be testing over the next few camp trips, because we've got some new stuff that we're working with. So let's get started with trying to collect everything after you've moved. Pardon me. So it's been about 10 months ago since the last time Aly and I moto camped, and we were in Arizona on our Thanksgiving Grand Canyon trip. That was the last time. After that trip, we took everything back to California, we cleaned it up, we packed it, and we got it ready for the movers. It took us a while. So, I mean, the whole process has gone from the, well, when our camp gear finally shows up, to the, just walk around the box. Just walk around it. To the, I know I've unpacked it, where did I put it? We've gone through this whole process. And so in the process of pulling everything out and unpacking, we also tested a few pieces of gear to see what survived shipping and what didn't. I'm very pleased to say that most of that survived, but in trying to gather everything and making sure that we've got everything, you know, I came across some of our gear that, you know, is going to be new. We're going to be testing it out. So let's talk about those things now. So, couple of things that at the end of our moto camping in the US, we decided that we wanted to upgrade before we left to bring with us. And one of those things, sleep pads. So if you've seen any of my previous moto camping videos, Aly and I used to have the REI Camp Dreamer. Loved it because it was so comfortable, so comfortable. The only drawback I found on that one was its R rating was about right on that borderline between a 2 and 3 season sleep pad, because the R value was like 2.7, 2.8. Not horrible, but not great. And we found that at the beginning of the spring and the end of the fall, that there was sometimes some issues staying warm whenever we were camping. So on that last trip in Arizona, sadly, one of the sleep pads epically failed, and the other was starting to fail. So I was sad that the quality of that sleep pad didn't endure past, I mean, it didn't even make it a full year. So we took it back to REI, told them what happened, and in REI, I mean, I was so pleased with them because they took it back, said, not a problem. We'll either do a like-for-like exchange, or if you want to upgrade, all you have to do is pay the difference in the two. So Aly and I decided to take the opportunity to upgrade our sleep pads. So this is what we chose to get this time. This is Big Agnes, and it's the Q-Core insulated sleep pad. So the thing that we like about this so far and why we chose it, we had a few things that we went through. One, it actually packs up smaller than what the Camp Dreamer was. So, and if you moto camp, you know, weight isn't as big of an issue, but size is. It's like, we've got a few flexibilities that backpackers don't, but we sure don't have the space of someone who's camping in, say, an RV or out of their car. So it's smaller, it's a little bit lighter. However, its durability rating and its R value are higher. I mean, the R value on this thing is like 4.3. So that should be, I mean, that's pushing into an all season, not quite all season. And besides, let me tell you, once it gets close to like upper 30s, or, you know, like, I'm trying to think of all the conversions in my head, you know, like 4 or 5 degrees, this girl wants a hotel room. I'm just not into freezing my butt off like that. So, but this one is a much higher R value than what we used to have. So we're really looking forward. Now, I tried this whenever I camped in Winston. Pardon me. Whenever I went on that camping trip with the QR Queens. And I was very pleased. It was very, very comfortable. But I'm looking forward to this camping trip because it's going to be a little cool, like 10 degrees, 8 degrees at night. So we'll get a chance to really test how warm they stay. So I'll tell you what I think about that on a future video. All right, so the next thing that we're going to be playing around with, flex tail gear. I actually picked this up on a recommendation from Amanda Zito as the magpie flies. And look, it's so cute. Look at how tiny. This is a portable air pump, rechargeable, meant to inflate one of these, meaning your sleep pad. Now, if you've ever had one of these sleep pads, you know, we've all seen these. These are awesome. They're wonderful. They work. They're convenient. They take forever. And they're a pain. The best thing about this thing, you pull it out, you put the right attachment on to fit whatever your deal is here. Let me see if I can get it to play right in, because it won't on camera. That's it. Within like 45 seconds plus or minus, your air pad is full. And as I said, it's rechargeable, USB rechargeable. You can plug it in. If you've got a recharging cord on your bike, if you've got a battery pack, if you're going camping someplace where you have access to a power port or an outlet, rechargeable. My experience, it will air up about 3 to 4 air pads before you need to recharge it. So for Aly and I, one night, it's good. You recharge it, you're ready to roll. So, as I said, I used both of these whenever I camped with Winston. I loved this. This is worth every single penny. It'd be worth it at twice the price. Just saying. All right, guys. So the next thing, or the next problem Aly and I decided that we needed to solve was a ground cover issue. Okay, let's talk ground covers. I don't know about the ones that y'all have been finding, but in every single tent that we have ever had, if the ground cover was some type of plastic or some type, it was usually very, very thin, like easy. So if there was any rocks, any debris, if the ground underneath was not pristine, you ended up with a hole in it. Or the one on our current tents are the same fabric as the rest of the tent, which for dirt, grass, whatever, it's fine, it's perfect. If there is any moisture in the ground, it eventually, like any woven fabric, it seeps through. So in California, it wasn't that big of a deal because it doesn't rain that much in California. It just doesn't. And so we didn't really have that big of an issue. We would just take a tarp, something that was a little bit more durable, that would flex and bend and not tear so easily. However, because it was not cut to the size of our tent, if we ever had any rain, any moisture whatsoever, we struggled to keep water from being caught and then rolling in. So we were problem solving, and we came up with an idea. Not original, we stole it, I'll tell you. Now, house wrap. Yeah, house wrap. You can go to any home improvement store. In the US, Lowe's, Home Depot, a local hardware store that sells any kind of construction material. Here in Australia, we go to Bunnings, and depending on what country you're in, each one is going to have a different brand name. But it's house wrap. It's the stuff that they put on a house as a weather barrier. the bonus of this is multiple. One, we can cut it to fit the size that we want. So we laid all of this out and, you know, set up our tent, and we kind of drew around what we wanted on our tent, marking where we wanted grommets. I'm going to put grommets in this later today so that we can put it into the same point as our tent stakes to keep everything, our tent poles to keep everything down and together. It's a weather barrier. It's thin, so it packs up smaller, and it's durable. It's very, very durable. So this one, I'll have to come back and do a short later to tell you what I think about it. But if this works out the way we think it's going to work out, it's going to be a fantastic camping hack. And I don't even have this folded up as small as it can go. So it's going to save us size, weight, but it's also going to give us the moisture protection, or it should, the moisture protection, the durability. And you know what? It's not that expensive. So should something go wrong, should it be destroyed in some shape, form, or fashion, we can make another one. So guys, that's it. That's all I have for this video. We're going to be packing up over the next day, day and a half. We never pack our Wolfman luggage the same way twice. So it's trying to figure out what we want to put in there, what's going in saddlebags, what's going in our Viking bag, sissy bar bags, for as far as clothes and camping, or camp kitchen and all that. And we're just trying to sort and get everything back of how do we pack that again? But that comes to my question for you. And for those of you who are still with me, you are amazing. You are awesome. You're wonderful. Thank you so much for your support. My question for you, whether you backpack, moto camp, or camp, what is your favorite piece of equipment that you didn't think you needed when you first started camping, but now you won't camp without? So I'll go first. For me, it's my Wolfman stuff sacks. So when Aly first told me, oh yeah, we need stuff sacks, I rolled my eyes. But let me tell you, these things are phenomenal. Love them, love them, love them. I had no clue how important they were until that epic summer road trip that we took through like the western half of the US, a little over a year ago now. But now I won't camp without these because they are so convenient for sorting your clothes, keeping certain things together. Instead of having to dig for like one small item, you just pull out one bag. Oh, look, there it is. And you found it. So for me, it's my Wolfman stuff sacks because these things are worth their weight in gold. Your turn. Drop down the description. Share your experiences. If you're new to camping and you're uncertain, ask a question. If I don't know it, somebody on here, somebody in the comments, so another viewer is gonna know. So ask questions. Share your experiences. So guys, we are headed out to, I'm taking Aly up to Cervantes, about almost 2 hours north, maybe right at 2 hours north of Perth. Not a far trip, very much a structured camping RV type park. Our first time out, this is more about just getting out and retesting all of our gear, making sure we've got it all back together the way we want it. But that's coming in a future video. So guys, that's it. I hope everyone out there, regardless of where you are in the world, is having a fantastic time. And if you can, get out and ride. Have fun. Be safe. And I'm going to see you on the next video. Bye, guys. You know, because I was really concerned that we were going to have to replace a lot of gear, and we didn't. Really, the only gear that we've had to replace is really our consumables that were flammable and couldn't be shipped anyway, like the fuel cell for our camp kitchen, the little fire striker, and our fire starters. You know, basically things that are flammable. That wasn't a good idea to put on a ship and ship across the ocean. Bad idea. They didn't want to ship it. I don't blame them.